So today I'm going to give you a demonstration of the starting drill, talk through the moving brake test, and then talk through the stopping drill. So use these on an advanced driving test, and this is what you asked me to do at the start and at the end. So just talk through it first, and then I'll give a full talk through explanation of why we do it and when we do it. Okay, so first thing, check door for security with a pull and a push, and then ask the passenger to do the same, please. Adjust seat for comfort and ease of access to controls. It's fine. Adjust mirrors for maximum view to the rear. Interior mirrors fine. Near side and offside mirrors fine. Now testing the foot brake for pressure, and with the foot on the foot brake, handbrake for travel and tension. Now depressing the clutch, selecting neutral once across the gate. The clutch still depressed, switching on the ignition. Noting this vehicle has airbags, traction control, it's got nothing much really, airbags and traction control. Starting up the vehicle, and then releasing the clutch slowly under control to check if there is a brake and transmission. Note now all the warning lights have gone out except for the handbrake light, seatbelt light, also fuel light on. So checking the dials, fuel is practically empty. Wife's car need to get some fuel. Engine idle and normal. Now the auxiliaries, first of all, air, get a steady bit of airflow around the vehicle. No other auxiliaries, no wipers or lights needed at the minute. So put on the seatbelt. Check if passengers have done the same and are familiar with the operation. Now select first gear, check all around, including blind spots, and then move off under control. Now the moving brake test will be talked about like this. My starting drill is not complete until I carry out a moving brake test. This will be done by building the speed of my vehicle up to 30 miles per hour, then braking the speed down whilst depressing the clutch and the brake. Providing the brakes are pulling firmly and evenly on all four wheels, but consider it safe to proceed. If I can't do it because of close proximity of other vehicles or restricted speed limit, I'll do it on the open road when safe to do so. And if not, I'll brake early for the first hazard. Now, after the drive, when we come to a stop, we'll be talking through the stopping drill. The stopping drill will go like this. So after you've stopped the car, you apply the handbrake, you select neutral, switch off all auxiliaries, then the engine, place the vehicle back into a parking gear, release the clutch then and the brake, hold and stow away the seatbelt, and then check all around, including blind spots, before opening the vehicle's door. And that will be the end of the test. Okay, so now I'll have a talk through the starting drill and stopping drill and I'll explain what we do. So the first thing was the door. So when I actually learned this, I learned door, seat and mirrors. So firstly the door. So I said we'll check the door for security with a pull and a push. And the reason we pull first is if it wasn't secured and you push first, you might push it out into another person or a vehicle. So it's with a pull and a push. The second thing is adjusting seat for comfort and ease access to controls. So the first thing I do is put my arms out, go to the top, pull my hands down in the 10 to 2 position, thumbs out, 10 to 2 position, slight bend in the arms. Check also by putting the clutch in that there's a slight bend in my leg as well. So slight bend in the arms, slight bend in the leg, and then make sure the headrest is at least above the ears. So in the event of an accident, not going to go whiplash. Third thing then is the mirrors. Checking mirrors are adjusted for maximum view of the rear. So just the left hand off the steering wheel, hold the mirror and adjust it. If I take two hands off, I'm taking my body off the seat, and then when I put my body back, I wouldn't be in the right position for the mirrors. So left hand only, adjust the mirrors. Probably just see the side of my head. in the right hand side of the mirror. That's it. Then next thing is near side and offside mirrors. What I want to see in the near side is up the side of the vehicle. I'll probably just as a guide see the door handle in the bottom right hand corner, so I'll be able to see everybody coming up the near side. The offside mirror, I'll see the door handle in the bottom left hand corner, and then the rest out. So that's door, seat, mirrors. Now the feet. So right foot. With the right foot, testing the brake pedal for pressure. So I'm pressing down on it, make sure it doesn't go right down to the floor. Still got brakes, testing before I move off. I keep my foot on the brake, because the next brake I'm going to check is the handbrake. So with the foot in the brake, won't roll away. Check the handbrake for travel and tension. What that means is I can feel the pressure. When I'm pulling it up, I can feel there's pressure on the handbrake. I know the handbrake's going to work. So travel and tension. Now the left foot. So the left foot, to press this clutch. The clutch in, I select neutral once across the gate. So notice the neutral. With the clutch still depressed, I switch on the ignition and note any warning lights that come on. So if this was a new vehicle to me, I want to know what the vehicle has. You know, so what extras does this vehicle have that I have to be aware of? I have to know my vehicle before I'm out on the road. So this is just a basic little car. Doesn't have much. Has airbags. It's got engine management. That's about it. Not really much to this wee car. Then starting the car, the clutch still depressed. Next thing I'll do is I'll release the clutch slowly to check for a brake and transmission. And what that means is the gear stick's in neutral. When I lift the clutch, I'm checking that there actually is no way the vehicle's going to move. Not what we call a false neutral. The vehicle's actually going to try and move. So lift the clutch slowly to check for a brake and transmission. This now gives the engine and the warning lights all time to do their job. So now I check that all the warning lights go out. Now generally it's just really the handbrake light and the seatbelt light will still remain there. And you'd say that they'll go off when you put the seatbelt on and take the handbrake off. Now you check the dashboard. So check from right to left. This is going to be a systematic way. So check from right to left. So I come across the right hand side from right to left. First thing I come to really is fuel. There's no fuel in this wee vehicle, but what you're hoping is the vehicle is practically full, have enough for the journey. Then engine's idling at normal, consistent with the vehicle hasn't really been driven. You can see that there's actually a wee light to show that the temperature hasn't got warm enough yet. So it's consistent with the vehicle that hasn't been driven. Now auxiliaries. So auxiliaries are the little extras. The first auxiliaries we do is the air. So a systematic way. We came from right to left. Now we're going to go back again. So over to the left, get the air, get a steady flow of air around the vehicle. You don't want the windows steaming up. If you have air coming around the vehicle, it keeps you alert as well. You know, don't want to be too tired when you're driving. So other auxiliaries in this car, it's the window wipers on this side. So we're looking to see need window wipers before we move off. Keep the windows nice and clear. Don't need those. Lights on this side. Lights could be on either side. Could be anywhere. They're okay. Don't need it. And then coming across to the right and put the seatbelt on. And you say check the passenger's done the same. I personally always check the inertia rail. So it can go slowly. Tightens up really quickly. That's the inertia rail. So the door, the seat, the mirrors, the right foot, then the left foot, came across, started the vehicle, worked the way across from right to left. So when that's finished, you would place the vehicle in first gear, say you're checking all around, including blind spots. You know it's safe and moving off under control. Now that's only part of it. So that's your starting job before moving off. Your moving brake test then really is to check that your brakes are working. Now, if I was conducting an advanced driving test, I would generally know that the person is driven here and the brakes are working well. So say you happy enough that you've checked the brakes on approach, we're nearly getting to it. But if they're going to do it, they'd say, well, my starting drill is not complete until I carry the moving brake test. And this will be done by building the speed up to 30 miles an hour. Now, it used to be 20 miles an hour, new roadcraft says 30 miles an hour. It tells you to be in the appropriate gear and depress the clutch and brake the speed of the vehicle down, check the brakes are working. So take the speed up to 30 miles an hour, brake the speed down, clutch depressed, make sure the brakes are pulling firmly and evenly on all four wheels. So it means that the vehicle's not pulling to the side. So if I had the brake suddenly, it wouldn't pull me to the near side or off side, maybe into the hedge or into oncoming traffic. Before I do it, I'm going to warn people in the vehicle. So it'd say clear in front, clear behind, stand by passengers, conduct a moving brake test. And after it's conducted, it'll say, okay, brakes are pulling firmly and evenly on all four wheels. It is safe to proceed. So that'll be the starting drill, and then the moving brake test. Then at the end of the test, we're going to stop the vehicle and we're going to talk through the stop and drill. So basically, when you stop, you have your brake on, you have your clutch in, and then you start with the handbrake. So you secure the car first. So the most important thing is secure the car. Secure it's not going to be able to jump forward. Place it into neutral, and then systematically we're coming from left to right. So handbrake, neutral, auxiliary. So there would be the first thing. Any wipers or lights draws me back down to the keys. Switch the vehicle off. So we went from left to right, back to the left. Put it in parking gear, because if the handbrake failed, and the handbrake's really only a wire, so if the handbrake failed, being in gear, in this case first, the vehicle wouldn't roll about. So it's in a parking gear. Lift the clutch and the brake. Hold the seatbelt. Release the seatbelt slowly so it doesn't fly and hit the window, damage it. Seatbelt's off. And then the last thing you have to do, and it's actually a point of law, stop the vehicle. Last thing you have to do is look around over your shoulder, check it's safe to open the door. So it's designed really to flow from left to right and back again. And really by breaking it down and going over and over it, it's very easy to learn your starting drill, your moving brake test, and then your stopping drill. And then hopefully you'll have a good and successful test.